Hey, there are many mistakes that people make at the beginning that I wish I wouldn't have made when I start, or somebody would have told me. So I'm gonna show you some, and so please stay tuned and welcome to my channel, and let's go. Okay, so first mistake people tend to do when they are using compressors is that they don't take into account the gain, right? What do I mean with that? For example, let's take a compressor here, this one of the kick. The kick is sitting here in -6. If I turn it off, it will keep hitting in -6. And if I turn it on, it's still hitting in -6. What does it mean? I'm compressing. I am not turning the volume up. So what many people also do is putting limiters in the master. Please don't do that. Leave that to the mastering. But if you put a limiter on the master before mastering, then you will have a problem when the master comes out. So please don't do this in the master. Please don't do it because they won't be able to master it if you do this like this. Don't put limiters on the master. Other extra tip, I have a utility here on the master. For what I have the utility here? Because one thing people usually do by mixing is to gain from here, from the channel, right? I will try not to gain from the channel. I try to gain inside the channel from a utility, right? Sometimes you have a really good mix, and when you check the master, it's above -6. And this is just a number, this -6, it's just a number that the mastering engineers like, that the tracks are, so they can have space for mastering. So what do I do? Instead of going to each of these gains and go down and then try to put everything in -6 and then just destroy my mix, or instead of taking all these gains at the same time and just down, what I do is just put a utility on the master and turn down the gain, and there you go, it's on -6. Okay, so little extra tip here for you guys. Other mistake that people usually do is trying to think that more effects is better, right? Then you feel this, your returns with a lot of effects, and you put a lot of effects on every track, and then your mix sounds horrible. I just have reverb here in a few things. I have reverb here on the claps and on 2 hi-hats. I have 4 hi-hats. This hi-hat is one, the first hi-hat, the other sound is the second hi-hat, the third hi-hat, and the fourth hi-hat, and then other hi-hat. Why do I put more hi-hats instead of just one, so it doesn't sound boring? I explained that in my last video. And I like to separate them and not having them in the same channel, because I can do exactly this, what I'm going to show you. This is the track without reverbs. It's dry, right? So you think, okay, I will give a little bit of dimensions to this track. I will give it like a space. How you do that? With a reverb. But if you put reverb in everything, so you see, it sounds like in a basement. So, what do I recommend? To give space to a track, just choose some instruments that will have the reverb, and they will give space to the rest of the track. I will show you. Like for example, in this case, I put a little bit of reverb on the claps. There is the space, and I had to put it just on the clap. and I put it also in one or two of my hi-hats. But you see, just reverb to a few instruments gives space to the whole track. And one last common mistake, and it's just treating electronic music like it was jazz or classical music or rock music or whatever. It will sound boring because it's electronic music is there to experiment. You know, you can experiment stuff. You can make a saturator sound oversaturated, and it will sound nice if it's consciously done. You can do a lot of stuff. So please don't stick to a rule like the rules I told you or every rule. I will give you an example. Let's take the example with the compressor that I showed you. If you are conscious about it, you can break the rule that I gave you earlier. You'll say, why are you giving me rules that you are breaking? Well, in electronic music, you can break the rules. Not always. And not like not knowing what you're doing. You really have to know what you're doing. But if you do it right, it will sound cool. So let's take, for example, a bass. Let's overcompress it. And then the Academy will tell you, no, that's not good. Don't do that. No, I want the saturation to sound. I like this saturation. I like that saturated, trashy sound from the bass. But what do? I record it as audio because I want the saturation to be recorded. That's the whole idea of this. Right from 2. You see, there is a saturated bass there. And if I turn the volume down, and if I mix it well, it will sound well. You will have just a bass with saturation, and that was your idea of the track. But you're not breaking any rule here. Like, you broke the rules for the recording, right? But for the sound, it's still not saturating the master. This is the one rule you cannot break. Don't saturate the master. But I recorded a saturated bass, and I wanted the bass to sound saturated and trashy, and I did it. So this is what is good from electronic music. You can really experiment on stuff, do your own mistakes, and maybe from mistakes, some mistakes turn in happy mistakes, and you can do like really cool stuff. That was some of the mistakes that people usually make, and I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification button. That really helps a lot. Until the next time, happy producing. Bye bye.